Yo, what's going on, y'all? We're back with last day of PYS 01. Wargaming did fix, you know, maybe Move my hat a little bit so you guys can see me a bit better. Where you mean did fix the website, so we can go ahead and take a look at the brackets. I'm just gonna go there right away. So let's do that here. And I think I've had my webcam off for this. Let's see if I put it back on. All right, let's see if this still works. If I still move myself around, if that works. Oh, okay, I can move my webcam, and that works fine. Anyway, we can go over the brackets. Yesterday, we did not have anything on the website that allowed us to visualize them in the order that battles are played, but now we do. So let's take a look real quick. Group 1 was the one that we watched, so we saw Oblivion take it over 7 Rats in Grand Finals. This was the first group to finish. Group 2 had several teams that I've not seen before. I've never seen Astro, Vizian. I don't think I've seen any of these teams play. I know Chem has existed for a bit, but never seen them play. But Altus took it over Chem. Both of those teams moved on. Group 3, we have GG and Moon, who I've seen before. Well, I've seen Moon. GG is an old clan that actually they played competitive before I started streaming, so actually I didn't have their logo. I downloaded the mini version from Blitz, like the super small res version, but I don't have the big one yet. So hopefully the stream doesn't look too weird with the small logo. I haven't tested it yet, but I guess we'll see. But they took it over Moon in tiebreaker. And then group 4 was Rejects over Origin 3-1 actually. So Rejects winning the group, and then there's also Metro and Onyx. Metro I've seen before, Onyx is new, I believe. But we can go ahead and take a look at the third stage brackets. Subdraconic, hope you're doing well. There are only 8 teams today. There's 2 groups, and the top 1 team from each group qualifies directly to top 8. So they will no longer have to play the rest of the previous skills. So whatever team wins today doesn't play to PYS 2 or PYS 3. And so we're going to be seeing new teams most likely in the top 8 of each PYS from then on. So group 1, this group I'm not streaming. It is Oblivion, Chem, Rejects, and Moon. So Oblivion and Rejects won their groups. Chem and Moon got second. Group 2, GG and 7. No, wait, hold on. Did Chem or Moon win their groups? No. Who were the group winners on this side? GG, did they win their group? They did. Was it Altus that won? Because Origin did not. I think it might have been Altus. I don't know. But anyway, group 2, GG, 7 Rats, Origin, Altus. I don't know which game I'm streaming. It wasn't labeled for me, so I guess it'll be one of them. But this is going to be the bracket order. So GG starts against 7 Rats, and then Origin starts against Altus. So there we go. Sup, Tony on YouTube. Welcome. Watching on the cruise? That sounds so much fun, man. Jealous of you. One track. Yep, I know you. That sounds amazing. Where are you going? Or rather, where are you hanging around? That looks really fun. Good stuff. Got my invite, so I can go ahead and get that all set up. Oh, we're starting with Origin Altus. Okay. Cool. Go ahead and put in the team names. Actually, you guys are probably going to see this since I'm sharing my screen. The way that I do it, I press a button and I will type in Origin, and then I will press it again and I will type in the team name, and then it should work there. So cool. We're all set. Really briefly showed my taskbar, I guess. It's fine. Don't really care. But yeah. Hang out for a bit. We still got a minute until the game starts. I guess I could go over rosters real quick. I could do that. I didn't really go over rosters yesterday, did I? It was my bad. I was kind of, I'm not going to say scrambling, but I was doing a lot of other things. We can start with the team of Altus. So let's pull that up. They are led by Babalowo, and then they got Fat Guy, Motto Coop, Outstant Boy, Nutelinator, Magical Rich, K-Joseph, Zero Day, Rocket League, and Bentley Coop. So this team is, from what I can tell, it's a Brazilian team. They had people that were in Rose and Gosu, from what I checked. I'm sure if I went throughout the list, could find more. Nutelinator is an interesting one. He is an OG, actually. Long-time OG. He was in Pramo back in the day. I don't know if he's Brazilian or if this is maybe just a mixed team, because I thought I know Bentley Coop, and I wasn't sure if he was Brazilian, but it seems like looking at his Maybe he is, or maybe it's not a Brazilian team after all, and I was just wrong, but I don't know. Anyway, that is Altus, and they are playing Origin, whose roster I disrespected a little bit too much yesterday, so I'm going to try to give him some more credit this time. But we got Korra, we have, it's Curtain, but I'm sure you could think of it as Certain or Carton or whatever you imagine the vowels to be there. This is Catalyst, we got Yarrow, this is Hytronics, this is Archangel, Rob, this is Krim, this is Muxv, and this was Nala, if I remember correctly. So, yep, they are playing at 9 o'clock, so there's 3 minutes against Altus. You already saw the brackets, so I don't need to show you those again. But we should be able to go right into the training room here. Looks like Altus is still showing up. Oh yeah, check the maps real quick. I didn't look at it. Mayan Port Bay Oasis. Cool. Alright, I can get right into the training room. Altus did send me their logo. I think it's a fun one. I've had some fun logos this season, which I can appreciate. A few dogs and a cat sitting at the dinner table or whatever. Text is a little hard to read, but hopefully it's all good. I don't really see it as much of an issue. We're seeing similar lineups from both teams. We've got a Type 5 each. We've got a bunch of F3s and a bunch of Krons, although Altus will be running a medium here, T22. I like it. And, yeah, I guess not a whole lot else to say in terms of these teams. Origin got second place yesterday. They lost to Rejects 3-1. I didn't watch that group, but I kind of wish that was the one that I streamed, but it's fine. Doesn't really make much of a difference either way, because we got to see a nice tiebreak Game 5 finals, so that was enjoyable. Oh, also, it looks like Altus lineup is switching up quite a bit. No more medium. They do have a light, though, and a Hori. And no more Type 5. Okay, okay. Altus beat Chem. Thank you. What's up, Xylo? What's up, Loot Acquirer? I like the name. It's a funny name. Loot Acquirer. Trath. Altus goes with Toma. Okay, Toma. You use 322. Yeah. It's not, from what I can tell, it's not really, because I have, like, Sniped as the leader and stuff like that. But partially it seems that is the case, at least. I'm surprised that Star let them into GG. I was actually talking to him a little bit earlier because he was an OG GG member, and then he got the clan back after it got hacked. And I wasn't sure he was going to let other teams play, but it sounds like he is letting them play. And he's expecting them to get top 4, or else things might not look too good for them. Anyway, we'll get right into it, guys. Mayan Ruins. We saw this map once yesterday, and we're going to get directly into it here with the intro. Got the sound muted, but it's all good. Hawaii. Oh man, I'm jealous. So jealous, so jealous. I would love to get to Hawaii right about now. It's starting to warm up a little bit in my area. It's been pretty chilly winter, but oh my goodness. Hawaii does sound nice. Alright, and here we go. Game number 1. Really, again, I wish I could stream higher, or fly higher. I wasn't able to find a fix since yesterday. I didn't put that much time into it. I just tried reinstalling the mod again, and it didn't work properly, as you can see, by me not being able to fly super high, but it's fine. We are seeing the light tank go mid. Uh-oh, you might just get clipped here. Somehow doesn't see anything. Okay, he gets proxied. No, he won't get clipped. He'll be able to get away. But both teams are in the area. The question is, does... Ooh, never mind. Type 5 sneaking in that shot in a good little position. Get a fire out on the crossing. And Austin now getting clipped. Oh, he's getting tracked as well. He's going to take a lot of damage. Yep, Korra and Yarrow fully unload. Somehow Altus not even able to put a single shot in there. So Origin still completely full health. Was at the Hori in the back, missing the shot on Origin, who are now sweeping in from the seaside. Curtain and Archangel are going to have the rear of Ausent. They're going to be able to get that kill quickly. Rondelisha going all the way around, going for that Hori. Ice 4 is spotted. Hori is going to see this and back up, but yeah, there we go. He's lit now. Curtain going for the kill on Ausent. Should have it here. Someone should have it. It's gonna be Yarrow. No, Yarrow's shooting Fat Guy for some reason, ignoring the kill. Alright, fair enough. Altus trying to counter push into Curtain. Looking everywhere else in the map though, where's the rest of Altus? Like, Light Tank not doing a whole lot, Type 5 not doing a whole lot. Motto is doing nothing, and Babalawa is doing nothing. This is just a little awkward. Altus was able to counter push into Curtain, so they did get a pickup here, but HP is nowhere near close at the moment. Baba's pushing into 2 tanks right now. Hori's going to try to help out. Fat Guy flanking around, but Origin has a nice surrounding position on Nutella and Motto. Light Tank's also getting clipped out. Will he fall here to 757? Still alive. Yara's probably going to look for that eventually. Altus does have the counter push going all the way around, but they're losing the main encounter here. Yara's looking for the kill. Now the Light Tank got himself stuck. He can't move. Yara's just going to look elsewhere. Get the kill on Nutella. And even though it's a 5-on-5, the HP is nowhere remotely close to even. This should be a good win for Team Origin here. Baba getting hit hard. He falls. Ori has nowhere to run. Altus is completely cornered. You can very clearly see it in the mini-map here. Light Tank's just going to try to grab C. Maybe they want to make a play for caps. It's an interesting idea. That's really the only win condition that Altus has left, but with all of the tanks that Origin has, they're just going to clean up. Motto's about to go down to Korra. Magical Rich Sparrow falling. Yar just needs to reload an extra shot to guarantee the kill on Fat Guy. Oh, Core actually does get picked. Okay, okay. Well played. But Light Tank driving in, yeah. Okay, yeah. Not even going to bother with the caps. I respect it. Nice little ram there. Dying for time. I love it. I love it. Team of friends. Very friendly. That's so wholesome. What's up, Mo? Welcome to the stream. Stein. Hello, hello. If I plays out my dominance with more fans, you know, that is so true. That is so accurate. You're out the nice 3.6. Very good. Yeah, early pressure in the middle was good for Origin. Hitting the Light Tank early was good as well. Kind of made him, you know, forced to play passive a little bit in the mid game. And Altus had a decent counter push, but they had already lost too much. Now here we are for game number 2. Spawns will swap. One other thing I did want to note that I didn't mention earlier, but we actually have some other streamers today, which I am very happy about. We've got Mr. Robert85, Top Blitz, and Espanol. He's streaming NA. He's pretty on and off with streaming NA. He's been streaming EU recently quite a bit, but he's also streaming NA right now, so he's going to be covering Group 1. And also covering Group 1 in his very first time as a competitive streamer. He's been a Blitz player for many, many years, competitive player, but now, since Joker is not playing, we've got Mr. Otto37, aka Bob, is streaming competitive as well. I've been trying to get someone into it, and Mr. Otto, he says he's going to be running a little bit late from work, but he'll be starting streaming soon, and he's covering Group 1 as well. So both of those guys are covering Group 1. If you want to watch Bob, I would highly recommend checking out his channel. He is a top Joker player. He's got several season wins with that team, so he's clearly more knowledgeable about comp even than me, who's been streaming it for a while, but he's been playing it for a while, which is, you know, at a high level. So very obviously he's the guy to watch, and takes a little pressure off of me as well, you know, if I ever decide to retire. Hopefully, if he's committed, then the scene will be in actually competent hands, which is a good thing. Obviously, Robert will be able to hold things down as well, but he streams in Spanish, which many of you might not understand. Personally, I don't understand Spanish either. I do enjoy having his streams up, though. He does a really good job with them. His layouts look really nice. His camera work is pretty good. Overall, I'd recommend checking them both out, but especially Otto because he's brand new to tournament streaming. This is his first season, and he only has like 100-something subs on his channel, so definitely check him out. And he'll probably be starting his live stream shortly once he's done with work. And he's also, again, both of them are covering Group 1. So if you want to watch it in Spanish or English, you guys got options. Anyway, it looks like this time we are seeing the T22 strat from Altus. They are just running it on this spawn in particular, it seems. Now he's trying to grab base C here, but the VZ Archangel kind of preventing that from happening. And Origin's grabbing B. Rondelisha took a bit of a hit, but we're seeing more pressure in the middle. It's just Origin clipping someone out at the very beginning of the game. Curtin and Cora completely unloading into Fat Guy, and right away, minus 2,400 for Altus. Just insane start right here, but we're seeing the same actually for Mr. Yarrow. He's getting double clipped out. The T22 finishing it off. They're going to have a 3v1 on Yarrow. Cora's getting dropped on by Rocket League 0 Day. Yes, Altus will lose Fat Guy, and the Type 5 is also being double pushed as well. But Altus actually has some pretty good initiative here. T22 going for the kill on Cora and allowing Motto to focus here on Archangel. Bob, I'm probably going to grab the C base is my guess. The rest of Altus going to turn around here at the advancing Origin tanks who just picked off the Type 5 in a bit of a 3v1. Curtin's backing off, so we will see the C base likely grabbed here. And Altus actually has the advantage now. The HP is even, but it is one tank up for Altus, and they do have a medium as well, so that's going to be very nice having some mobility. Magical's able to get through to the other side of them unspotted, so he's going to have a really good crossfire on Curtin and Rob from that position. However, it looks like he has found the Kronvon, Mr. 757 there. If he hits all of his shots, he will actually be able to clip out Magical Rich Sparrow, so he does have to be careful of that. He is actually kind of keeping Curtin and Rob alive a little bit here. Magical just has to be careful not to eat the full clip. And he's rushing in. Why are you doing that? That's like the worst thing you can do. That's the worst thing you could do. If you just trade a shot, put one in, pull back, he can only put two into you. You trade one for one, you win that. That was a throw and a half, and all of a sudden Origin's got the HP lead. Altus is fully clipped out. 0 Day's gonna likely go down here. Oh, actually, 757 gets picked. So still take advantage. Curtin's looking for the kill on 0 Day. Rocket League has HP, though. He's gonna try to get this kill. Now, Rob is looking to put in the shot for Rocket League peeking, but he misses as well. Yeah, Rocket League is gonna have this for free. Now things are looking better for Altus. They're gonna be up 2 tanks here, 4v2. Rondelisha needs to get a kill. Misses the shot that he went for in Rocket League, but he should be looking for Zero and Baba. As actually all the HP is in Rocket League here. There we go. There's the kill on Zero. Rob is looking for Baba. Gets the shot with HE, but doesn't roll high enough. Rondelisha is going to look for that kill. Rocket League, though, and Motto will double tap Ron. Ron missing yet again. That's 2 shots missed in a row. Rocket League try to pick up the kill. He does get it, and now it's a 3v1. Bob looking for Baba. Not able to get that HE either. And he doesn't have enough alpha damage to get the kill on Motto or Rocket here. So this looks like it's going to be a win for Altus, but that was a pretty terrible play from the T22 if I'm completely honest with you. All he had to do was trade shots 1 for 1. He would have killed the Kron, but instead he decided to eat the full clip before he could reload. Really questionable decision making there. At least it worked out for Altus. They're going to be able to come up with the win here most likely. Rob not able to get the kill here. With his premium AP, he would have to seriously high roll on Motto to get the kill, but his pen would be even lower. That was just so challenging. So Altus made the right play there, going for the kill on Rondelisha, who missed several kill shots and would have had a better opportunity of equalizing. Still would have been difficult, but definitely would have been possible. And Altus takes game 2. We're evened up here on Mayan Ruins, heading into the next map. Good game there from Altus, despite the sloppiness there. The T22 would have had such a good position at farming the rear of those heavies, but it worked out for them in the end. Motto Coop with a nice 4.7k damage. Great game from him. Rocket League also with 4k. And here we go, game 3. We are now on Port Bay. Games 3 and 4. What's up, Frost? Return of the King. It's good to see him, man. How you doing? Bunker, hello, hello. Things are going good, man. I am happy to be back. Yes, thank you for linking auto stream. Has he started yet? He has. That's good. Okay, he's watching, yeah, Oblivion and Chem right now. He forgot to hit go live in OBS. Smartest individual. Big fan though. That's funny. All right. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to watch his stuff, but I would recommend you guys watching. At least giving him a sub on YouTube right now. That would be greatly appreciated. I'm hoping that he becomes the main NA streamer once I retire. Maybe even before I retire, he just completely overtakes me. I honestly wouldn't mind that. Be pretty funny, actually. Anyway. Game number 3 here. First one on Port Bay. We are seeing light tank from Origin. It's going to be the Vickers. And Altus is running a G-Sor and a 1-2-1. So the 1-2-1 is actually going to have pretty good fighting capability against the Vickers in the corner if that's where they both decide to end up, which will be quite good for Altus. But also the G-Sor, very high DPM British heavy tank, which got added not that long ago. And relatively strong armor, as well as 12 degrees of gun depression. Is it 12? I think it's the most in tier 10. Insane gun depression. Pretty strong tank. Armor is fine, I guess. I wouldn't say it's amazing. It's fine. When hold down, you can bounce shots. But it's not like super thick, like something like a 116 F3. It's more like trollish, I guess. So here we are with games 3 and 4. Normally I start out on Origin's side because they're the team I'm spectating. So we're going to go to this side of the map. And I can fly. This isn't the highest. Yeah, I could definitely go way higher, but this isn't terrible. We did again see this map yesterday as well. Motto is going to be driving A alone. The rest of Altus is pretty committed towards the C area. The light tank, medium tank are going to spot each other. The question is, does Nutella get hit? He does. Archangel is actually fast enough in the VZ to put that shot in. That's massive, actually. That means 757 will actually have the advantage in this little corner brawl here, if it does come down to it. And he's going to be going for some farms. Again, we're seeing the same thing that happened in Game 1, happened in Game 3. Origin is able to put tons of damage into Altus in the opening without receiving any in return. 757 is pressuring Babalawo, and Nutella isn't providing any counter pressure here. So it's just kind of allowing Origin to do whatever they want. Rob is actually wrapping all the way around. He's going to go for Baba here, just getting spotted for the first time. No, he's going to go for shots into Nutellinator. That's actually a much smarter play. Shots into the medium tank. Now Archangel will be able to put one in as well. Light tank should be able to push through that. This is a very clear win for for Origin. Despite the fact that they did trade out Rondelisha, Origin has the huge advantage here with the extra tank. Their HP is much higher, and now they have full control of the corner. 757 not really pressured by anyone here. Zero Day in kind of a position to put in a little bit of damage. He's got 12 degrees of gun depression, which makes the spot very usable, but he just took a huge triple tap from Origin. Really good tags there, getting some great bleeds. Curtin able to pick up that kill. Position that the G-Sor was in looks really attractive, but it's actually not very usable. You don't have a whole lot of cover there when a little bit of pressure is applied. And Altus finding that out the hard way. They are now in a 6v2. Yes, they got one of the initial kills, but nothing worked out for them. I really like how they wrapped Rob all the way around there. It could have been bad for Origin if Altus had sent all 7 tanks there and just committed to a brawl, but since they didn't do that, they had someone all the way in A. Motto just kind of joined the fight late. Rob being able to wrap around like that gave him like the ability to just put free pressure into the medium tank. And yeah, since the medium was staying so far back, wasn't trying to put any pressure into the light because of the initial shot that Origin put into him. That really worked out quite well for them. So their opening gameplay there was actually fantastic and was what eventually gave Origin that win. Yeah, 4K from 757. He had just free control over the C corner and nice farms. Since the tank has... Does it still have Hesh? I forget if they changed that at all or not. I'd like to check really quickly. One point they gave the gun hash. Wait, I readied up so I can't switch. Yeah, so it still has hash, so he's probably just hashing the sides of the crons and stuff, so very nice. So Origin with the 2-1 lead. I just updated the scoreboard behind the back. Chat, what's up, Porkich? Welcome to the stream. Good to have you in here. Ahoy. I probably pronounced that wrong. Porkich. Porchik. Is that better? Porchik Surge. I don't know. But welcome to the stream. Looks like lineups similar for Origin. They bring a concept in. I didn't actually notice. Did they have one last game too? Maybe they did. I wasn't paying attention. But Altus with 4K5. We saw it pulled out yesterday once by Oblivion on Middleburg. Did actually get a clip in. He died after putting in one clip, but it was an initial bleed into a heavy tank, which caused a very quick kill, so it worked out quite well. But also the Type 5 heavy. To be fair, I was disrespecting a little bit, but we did see it have some success with 7 rats on Alpenstat, so I guess the tank isn't terrible, it's usable. And we did see it penning a Felice frontally, which means it's got enough pen to be usable if you really need it to, but still definitely a challenging tank, so hopefully Bentley is good at hitting his shots here. But no mobile tanks here for Team Altus, so Origin should have free control of C corner if that's where they want to go. My guess is that Altus is not going that direction with the Type 5 heavy. And Origin can probably predict that just by reading the lineup. Yeah, very predictable that they are going to be going towards the town. So Origin, they might as well just throw 757 right into the C base, get a quick cap lead. The rest of their team probably just going to play pretty passively is my guess. There's like a nice little position with those rocks that you can use. Okay, yeah, looks like Origin is sending one VZ over there. It's a nice low profile tank that can make a good use of it. Are they sending Arc as well? Arc is spotted. Looks like both teams are spotting each other in the area. Ooh, Archangel getting tracked. But Altus missing a lot of shots there. They definitely could have put more into Archangel with that tracking shot. They are going to try to grab A base. Rob's got a good position to get some resets. Korra doing the same. And they're peeking without taking a whole lot of damage in return, but it looks like Baba and Magical are just going to shove right into Archangel here and get the quick kill. Do they push for Rob here or just turn around for Korra? Looks like Korra is their next target. Motto is just going to see if he can push in. 804. Motto should be able to get the kill. Nice tracking shots from Altus with 2 quick kills to open things up. Motto likely to go down if Rondelisha can place his shot well. He's not able to do so. Magical Rich Sparrow kind of getting farmed in the rear by Yarrow. Maybe Curtin has something as well. 757 coming around and the Vickers gets the kill on Motto. But that's 3 tanks gone now for Origin. Altus still has 6 of their own, and 0 Days in a position that can be kept reasonably alive. Nutelinator in a fight against Rondelisha. That Type 5 Heavy's about to put in a big one. Aim that one in. Bang! 900 damage. Oh my goodness, what a roll. And Altus is just storming right on through. Magical should be able to pick up a kill with 2 shots here. He's going to reload his full clip first. 445. Just need a not terrible roll to get it. And Altus completely rolling through Origin in game number 4 here. We're going to be seeing this most likely go to tiebreaker unless Mr. 757 can cook something here. But the 4K5 clipping him out. Oh my goodness. I wasn't even paying attention to what the 4K5 has been doing all game. I wasn't sure how effective the tank was going, but 757 getting completely caught out here. Clipped by the 4K5. Yes, Origin is able to get 1 kill there into Magical Rich Sparrow, but that's all they're going to get. 864. Type 5 is rolling high. And Origin just completely caught out by the aggression from Altus. Maybe they weren't expecting it given the 4K5s in the lineup in the Type 5, but they just didn't stop, pushed right on through, and Origin just had to take it, really. And we're seeing a tiebreaker between Origin and Altus for our first set of the day. Oh man, what a group. What a group. 2-2. Insane. Insane. And yeah, 4.4 from Fat Guy. Well played to him. Maybe Altus can cook something up next game too, but yeah, rough one from Origin. Oh my goodness. Not something you expect to see from that team. And that means we've got Oasis as a tiebreaker. Very cool. Nice little symmetrical map. Did we also see this map yesterday? Yeah, we did. So we've seen all these maps yesterday. So a little bit of repetition. I don't think they were all from the same set though. You know, obviously you're going to be seeing some repeats throughout the days. It's all good. But we're seeing Hori from Origin. So they're rocking TD. Both teams running a Panzerwagon as the light. And Altus has a mouse. To me that screams B anchor, but hard to say. We'll see. Lots of crons on either team. Not lots. Origin only has 1. They're running F3s. Altus has 1 of those. Alright, alright. Well, it looks like Origin's got plenty of their subs in. Altus has theirs as well. So both teams having good attendance. Actually, the only player not here for Origin is Krim from EU. He's probably like, oh, I don't need to play the PYSs. He'll show up for top 8, I'm sure, and beyond. Okay, Origin brings a concept. Cool. All right, we can get right on into it, I guess, with the map intro for Oasis Palms. Why not? Just throw it on early. Very nice. I'm excited to be seeing a tiebreaker in our first set of the day. That's a good sign. And dang, looks like Otto's already got a pretty good crowd. 17 viewers. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. All right. Blind fires, both teams. They're not really trying for it. Interesting. Okay. A little bit. So Origin's going to be driving mostly C, it seems. But they're playing a little passive with some other things. Interesting position from their IS-4. I haven't really seen a whole lot of that. But yeah, Origin does get a quick C grab. Altus playing very passively with the light tank. I'm not really sure what their goal was. But this seems like a strange play going across late. Yeah, I don't know what the light tank play is here for Altus. They're eventually pushing up towards A, but they're pretty far back at the moment. They do get the first shot in, though. Rob takes some damage. Baba stepping in the base. Fat Guy will double it. Origin with the cap lead. It's good for them to play passive and try to react to whatever play Altus makes. Also, Hori is going to be rotating forward. Origin can clearly tell that no one from Altus is really over on this side of the map. There is Motto playing pretty far back, but this isn't really a position that can be pushed. Rondalisha trying to make a play. I think you can dig in here, though, if you're Motto. I'm pretty sure you can dig in, but maybe it's not even going to matter, as Archangel and Curtin are just shoving anyway. Now, Ron is going to chill for a little bit. Curtin and Arc are pushing through, though. Does Altus have something set up to stop this? Yep, Curtin's taking a hit. But no, Magical, Bentley, none of them are actually defending Curtin, really. Fat Guy, does he have shots? He's missing. He's missed 2 shots. And Motto's just going to go down right away. Curtin is taking a little bit of fire, though, elsewhere. Oh, never mind. So it looks like Altus did have a bit of a reaction there, getting the initial kill. Motto could use that corpse as cover from Archangel. Archangel is likely to get that kill regardless. But Magical Rich has taken a little bit of damage in return. Yarrow in the Hori is going to have some good fire on Baba as soon as he exits the base, but Rondalisha is not very well covered at the moment. Concept trying to farm out the mouse. Nutelinator coming on in. Overall HP relatively even. It's within 1,000 of each other. Motto is going to be going down here quite soon. Can he put another shot in? Doesn't look like it. Archangel should be able to pick up that kill, but Rob getting picked off on the other side and Rondalisha as well. Are we going to be seeing Altus take this? They're going to have a tank advantage in a second here. Kill on Rondalisha. Archangel should be able to do something to Nutella, though, so I don't think so. No, I don't think Altus is going to be pulling away with this. 757, though, taking a lot of damage. Baba not having the kill shot. Now, Zero Day is probably going to want to hunt him down. I like what Cora's doing here, going for the light tank. You know, being able to put as much pressure as you can on Zero Day, preventing him from chasing down 757, but he gets picked off by everyone turning around on him. Wait a second. Does Altus take this? Things were looking good for Origin. They had HP, but they don't have that anymore. They don't have caps. They need to stop a base. They need to start making plays. And Origin, I mean, they're not really doing the best job at hiding the mouse. The mouse could definitely go down to Archangel here if he reloads 2 shots and if he pens them both. But no, he goes for Sparrow. He finds Sparrow here, actually, getting the kill. That's a good pickup. And now 757 is going to be able to make a play on Bentley, helping out Archangel. Really good kill there from Archangel, I have to say. Impressed by that, but Baba was paying attention to get 757, the tunnel vision. Oh no. Altus is going to beat Origin. 1,000. Who predicted that? Did anyone predict that? Do we have a prediction? Altus beating Origin. Who had that on their 2026 bingo card? We didn't have a prediction. Oh my goodness. Imagine. Imagine. Dang. So I was nervous because it didn't look like Altus had cover on Motto, who was playing in the corner, but they did. They eventually turned their tanks around. Curtin got completely picked for free. Cora, who I thought was making a good play, pressuring the light, since obviously I can't fly high enough in the air, I wasn't able to see that everyone from Altus was able to surround and kill him. It ended up being a throw. In Altus, beating Origin for the first set. Wow. 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 Alright. That's insane. Let's refresh the brackets. I'm sure all the other sets are done by now. We can see how everyone else is doing. Wow. Okay. Yeah, other sets are all done. Let's show them. So we have in Group 1, Oblivion 3-0'd Ken, Rejects 3-0'd Moon. Nothing particularly exciting there. I'm probably getting my invite soon for this next set, aren't I? Am I not? I just have to check this. Oh, no, the set's later now. The set's all the way at 9:50. Interesting. So I still have plenty of time, actually. Never mind. I think it's just because that set went so long. But over here, GG beats 7 Rats 3-1. I think these guys played in day 1 of the PYS, and 7 Rats beat GG. From what I can tell, these teams are beefing a little bit. And 7 Rats won previously, but this time it was GG 3-1. And so yeah, we're going to be watching GG Altus up top. Is there a chance that we don't watch 7 Rats today? That 7 Rats gets 4th in this group. Insane. What's up, Breeze? Yeah. Wild start to the day, guys. Alright. Well, I guess that means we have plenty of time in between this set and next. I was going to go get some water real quick, so I'm going to do that. And then I guess I can play a couple games. So, BRB. Still burning games? Cool. I did want to play the G-Sor tank. It's probably pretty good in this mode, I would imagine. Maybe give myself a little more HE to heal people. That's probably good. Well, this made me think of Altus might have it, and that's funny. I'm sure that's why they named themselves that. I'm sure of it. Burning games, very cool. First life doesn't matter, but and when I'm in a tank like this, I would prefer to be effective. Like, with a tank like the 4K5, it can be kind of nice to just lose your first life instantly, because then you have like a 2,000 damage clip. But this tank doesn't really get anything like that second life, and who knows, I might even run out of shells. So I don't know, we'll see. Where'd that go? I don't know how he missed me there, but it's alright. I was gonna heal our Sheridan, but I mean, if this guy's just gonna sit here, then I'll take the free farms. Saw that coming. And yeah, we'll just make this play. May as well. He's getting healed by someone. Is it the other Sheridan? Kind of a waste of his shell. And my explosion gets the kill on him. That's funny. Yeah, it is funny. Hey, what's up, Dizzy? This is underwhelming chat. What is underwhelming? Second reload. We should be able to clean up nicely here. Ah, come on. Some BS. Alright. So well played with that missile, but we're just gonna roll him now. Yeah, run away. Alright, never mind. 600 with HE, yeah. Do they have an AFK? No. So they have 2 tanks that still have 2 lives, which means I could camp their spawn. Like this. Someone died. Yeah, we'll just farm them. The other guy died as well. Just put the HEs in, might as well. Yeah, he's just dead. A 7. Nice little 10k. Not that that's particularly amazing in burning games, but it's a solid game. Orion versus Altus. There was a prediction. Oh, but no one put points in. That's disappointing. That's crazy. Damn. Yeah, I didn't notice there was a prediction. But yeah, I would have said something dronic about the teams, but I didn't know which set I was streaming first. It was only 8k. Why did it say 10k damage? What the heck? Was it 10k combined? I don't know. I thought the thing said 10k. I guess I'm just special. It's fun. I don't know who Loopy is. Yeah, this tank feels good. I was thinking about taking A, but I'm gonna help out with the corner here. Just hoping to track him. Unlucky. I think I just did not do any damage to me. That's crazy. Shot one a bit high. Crazy how I have the gun depression to do this. Someone shot me for 360 back there. Is that the 50M again? I think it's the 50M again. He's getting healed. I might just go through this dip. Maybe I'll heal this guy up a bit. Oh, and of course, since no one is left in that corner, this guy just gets it for free now. Okay. Yeah, push him. Good. This guy's gonna have pretty good DPM, so I need to be careful. He's getting healed as well. Yeah, I wasn't sure if he'd have gun depression without peeking like crazy. It seems like he does. Oh, that's unfortunate. I thought he'd have to drive over a bit more. Don't forget to hydrate. That's crazy. What's up, Will? I'm guessing Will sent you that. Don't try to lick him now, you licky boy. Licky man won't even hydrate. What is this? What is this? Chiboy's got water. Chiboy's got H2O. Alright, well now I can just probably send this guy again, yeah? There's the bat chat. Maybe not, maybe not. Do I send the bat chat? Oh, ow. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. That 268 put a little bit of a wrench in my plans. I just kind of tossed the game, I think. I think I did, honestly. Who spotted me? The fuck? I'm cooked. Did not see that 268 there. That was entirely my fault. But I just sold. Yeah. Entirely my fault. Game's still winnable, but eh. Still got 5 minutes till I get my invite, so we'll play one more. Do we go back to the 4K5? Didn't really have a great game with it last time. I don't think I'd like it with the 2-shot in this mode, though. I don't think I do. I don't know. Because the clip potential is not as big as it used to be, right? It's like 1300 versus 1600. It's just not the same. Like, yeah, I can probably 2-tap most mediums, but I can't full HP a heavy like I could before. It's fine, though. I'll still probably end up YOLOing my first life, see if I can just put in a clip and die. works. Just one shot's good enough. Now where do I play is the question. Maybe over here? Our medium died, he's gonna help out. Nice. 283. Bat chat is in that bush. Watch this. Nope. Wait, yes! First shot didn't hit, second one did. Second one did. Uh-oh. 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 Okay, this is better. This is better. What's up, Maurice? Welcome to the stream. Good to have you. Hello, hello. Goodbye, Sheridan. Is the 183 still peeking this? Doesn't seem so. No, I can't hit that, dang. I was hoping I could. Oh, the pat. Oh! 183 is still peeking that. What the heck? Ouch. Ouch. That hurt. Game's still very losable. Should probably be careful. Nice heal, 34. Game is very losable. Who hasn't died yet on the team? Is it the 57? Where'd that go? No way. Bro. At least I'm getting heals. At least I'm getting heals. Not really, though. Should probably give heals. That would probably value the team, or give value to the team quite a bit. I could have killed the 704 there. It's fine. Okay, it was the 57. Now he's just cooked. Alright, well, we got our delete on the Sheridan, so I'm happy. Really? Really? Okay. I'm being trolled. Also, my webcam's like blocking the minimap a little bit. Hold up. I might have to reconsider where I place it. I haven't even been paying attention to that at all. Oh well. I got my invite, so I have to go to the camera. Give me a moment here. I'm actually gonna change something in my overlay here that makes me, I can just go right to the camera. Scene, camera only. Okay. Well, it was some good games there. overall, I'd say. And game starts in 3 minutes, so we can get right into it. So GG on the left and Altus on the right. Now, let me check maps first. Maps are loads. Naval Frontier, Black Goldville, Normandy. Cool. Alright, let's see it. I haven't seen any of those maps. I think yeah, I don't think we've seen any of those yet. So that's cool. Normandy's gonna be really annoying to spectate though, it's fine. Alright. We have, let's see. Alright. Naval for games 1 and 2. We've got a light tank for GG, none for Altus though. They are rocking some Crons, 1 Felice, 1 F3. I mean, we've seen most of these tanks already. Vickers we've seen a little bit less, Felice a little bit less, but we've still seen plenty of them. Altus rocking the Ho-Ri on this map. Alright, respectable. Maybe a G-Sword? Okay. But typical meta tanks as always. Clippers are the way to go, clearly. All these tanks are auto reloaders as well, I should add. The Kronvon auto reloader, 116 auto reloader, Felice auto reloader. But 1 G-Sword is in the mix for Altus. Get a little bit of DPM buff there. Especially with the Hesh when you can use it. Hard to use on the F3, but definitely on the Kronvon you can get the sides and rear quite easily. We're gonna giveaway. I don't have anything set up at the moment. I will be doing a bonus code at some point. I have a bonus code that I will be giving away in my Discord that you can like enter in the Blitz website, but I haven't sent that out yet. So I'll do that at some point, but I haven't yet. Anyway, we can go ahead and roll the intro to Naval and get started with our winners final set. GG versus Altus. Not the 2 teams I expected to be playing in this set, but we enjoy a little bit of tomfoolery. Also, Origin 7 Rats, I don't know how far along they are with their set, but I'm interested to see the result of that one. Eventually, of course. And here we go. Okay, so I was a little bit nervous with how the GG Dash logo would look. Just with, because I have a really small downscaled version of the logo that I downloaded from the Blitz website, because I actually didn't have their full resolution one for some reason. I just had never streamed this team before, but now I do have it. At least in the mini version until I get the big one. So I was nervous on how it would look on stream, but it's fine. Alright, both teams committing a few tanks to A. Everyone from GG getting spotted. I didn't see how many tanks from Altus were lit, and if 0 Day is doing fine over here. He is spotted, puts a sneaky one into power to start things off. L is also taking a hit. But both teams are pretty symmetrically spread out throughout the map. You can see the mini-map. Now I have to make it bigger again for you guys to actually be able to see it, but, you know, whatever. But GG having the only light tank in the game, they're going to be grabbing C, and Altus doesn't have anything set up to spot him. They're going to have to go for a blind fire, but misses. Is Bentley going to take another blind fire? Misses again. His first shot was closer, just didn't quite connect. GG will have the cap lead. We're going to be seeing Altus making a play for base A. The answer is yes. Baba, Nutella both getting in. Now, GG doesn't really have anything at the moment set up to stop it. They do have Laikai. This is Derpy Narwhals, who's going to be able to peek, and he should actually be able to shoot Nutella here. He does have that shot. Doesn't fire it in time. He puts in a shell, but... No, 2 shells. Well played. Good shots in there from Derpy, but too late. Altus did get the base. GG does still have the lead, of course. That's what really matters. Nice shot from Ilnub. I actually don't know who this is. I believe this is a Legionnaire. They only have like 100 battles on their account. I just don't know who it is. If anyone in the chat knows, I would love to know. Where's my keys? Nice. Yeah, I don't have anything set up at the moment. No giveaways are set up. At some point I will set a few up, but at the moment, PYS don't have anything set up. That guy's trying to see if he can shoot the light if he gets lit, but he's not firing. Just chilling on the hill there. At the moment, a little bit of tension building. GG has, again, the cap lead. They also have a little bit of an HP lead, but relatively even. Still plenty of game left. 4.5 minutes. Blind fire into the Felice. Nice shot from the Hori. He's not going to know that it hit, but it did. Very nice. And yeah, this is, I would say this is high enough to the point where I can kind of see what's going on from this guy. Obviously, you know, not having a limit would be nice, but I can work with this. But at the moment, not a whole lot going on. Altus will have to make the move, being down on the bases. Blind fire. Oh my goodness. Kronvon blind firing the Vickers. What is it with Altus and their blind fires, man? They're just goated. They're too good. Well played. That's an impressive shot, because there's so many different places the Vickers could be, like, even just along this hill. Like, there's no reason the Vickers would have to be sitting in this spot versus that spot versus that spot. And so the fact that the Kronvon guessed that correctly is actually, I mean, it's lucky, obviously, but it's, like, very impressive regardless. Looks like Nutella trying to back out from A, having taken the initial shots from Laikai. Baba's still there. He's proxying power. Nutella now spotted, having backed up and rotated to a different position. This, I don't know if I love where he's at now, because Hanzo and L will have a much easier time clipping him out, but I guess it looks like he still has some cover against them. Baba takes a hit this time. Exo is lined up in a position to punish. Laikai moving forward in the Kron. He gets lit crossing. Motto Coop, will he have a shot? Misses it. So GG may make a play here. Looks like Nutella is backing out, but he got caught out before... No, actually doesn't take damage, but misses 2 shots. GG's making a play to stop the A-base and go for Babalawo here. Hanzo now will be pushing 0 day, actually. Motto going to be rotating in, just maybe not fast enough. 0 day will likely be going down quick here, as well as Baba. Power has the kill shot, and that's 880 points. Altus is stopping C in the meantime, but might not be good enough. Motto is going to clip out Hanzo. And both of these tanks are empty, so Nutella will survive a little bit longer, but I don't think it'll be long enough for him to put in another shot. 0 missing the kill on Hanzo. Nutella does get it before going down, but 895 now for GG. Rich Sparrow doing what he can to fend off A for now, but they're going to be coming in soon. L goes down. Bases are even. Bentley, though, about to fall on the other side of the map to Exovert. He does. Fat Guy trying to help out, but Zay should be able to put 2 shots and get this kill. You might as well unload at this point. Your team's at 950 caps, and a kill wins it. So just put in the shot, and that's good game. Laikai Power both dropping down just to stay alive. They get C, and that's GG right here. GG for GG. They take game 1. Good stuff. MCs wait till finals, give away battle passes, then continues before then. I don't have anything set up at the moment, Maurice. Why Vickers? That's a good question. I don't know exactly how it was buffed recently. I haven't been as in touch as I normally am with how the decision making goes for some of these tanks. Presumably, my intuition tells me that it having Hesh is really good at countering the Panzerwagon, which is a tank that we've been seeing quite frequently. So that's a guess. Have a CC Bow Scope picture. Yep, I'll be dropping it within the next week or so, probably. Next week or two. No promises that it'll be immediate, but definitely during the season, 100%. The Vickers also has like 10 degrees of gun depression. It's got good DPM. Elysium says murder suffered light tank. Does it really? Okay, that's fair. I wasn't sure how well it would do against like a T100, but we aren't really seeing T100. So yeah, being able to destroy a Panzerwagen is quite nice. Okay, spawns will swap. And light tank now coming up for Altus, but GG's got the Vickers, and yeah, we'll see that Panzerwagen versus Vickers matchup right here. We'll see if they get into the 1v1. But 60 GP coming out for Altus. Other than that, no crazy tanks. And we'll get right into game 2. Saw a few 3 marks on the GG side. Also, I missed the follow. Thank you, Peruchik, for the follow. I appreciate it. Twitch follow. Yeah, this is definitely high enough to see what's going on. Both teams are kind of splitting yet again. No surprise. That's kind of how this map tends to be played. Both teams sending 2 tanks up top this time. L kind of getting in this little sneaky position that you can hold in the center. Good for denying B and having a little bit of control in the crossing. He's actually probably... No, not going to have a shot into Baba. Who's behind the hill. Good for controlling B, though. And it looks like GG's actually going to go for a quick B grab. Put some really early cap pressure. And no one's actually crossed to A. Vickers will be doing that late. And that's going to be 2 base grabs for GG. Altus aren't really committing to any base at all, which is interesting. They had a lot of tanks set up in the middle. Don't know if they were trying to nuke a crossing or something, but there really wasn't any crossing to nuke. And since the light tank is getting spotted in A, first of all, we have resets from Nutella. I think Magical actually hit the shot, but the Vickers not able to grab A. But GG still has the base lead, of course, so they don't really have to be greedy with it. I'm guessing the Vickers might just back out eventually here. He does have support now. Exovert did cross along with L rotating out from his position, so they may eventually try to take it, but Altus sending 2 tanks of their own, not taking a whole lot of damage for it either. Baba took 1 hit, that's it. Light tank takes another hit, dropping. Was that the 60 TP that put it in? That's good. Altus crossing with the light. They've got a good rotation here, and Exovert actually going to be potentially dropping down. He's getting in a sneakier spot. L's taking a big clip here. Oh my goodness. Minus 1700. Now Power has some support. Looks like he is putting 1 into Nutella. But this is an opportunity for Altus to grab the base, maybe. You see if they can pressure Exovert down. Exovert's still holding, and actually we're going to be seeing the repush from Power. And Baba's taking tons of damage. Okay, definitely an overextension there. Yes, Ella was backing out, but he still had a full clip to put in. And things have completely changed. Now GG is looking incredibly healthy here. It was possible for Altus to take that side of the map. However, they do counterpush now into, is that Zay? Along with Hanzo, who got picked up quickly. Like how the light tank's making the move in here. But I also really like how GG is focusing the light tank with Zay here, putting all those shots in. Mata will get the kill, but Nutellinator is low enough for the Vickers to make a play onto him. So that's really smart for GG to be prioritizing killing the light tank here. And they're going to have all 3 bases for a moment. Zero Day is stopping C. Vickers might go for resets here just to delay him a little bit, but cap pressure is going to be immaculate for Altus, who have not even owned a single base yet. They're still at 300 points. And the 5v5 does have HP advantage for GG as well. Like Kai, full HP, gonna be going for a play around the corner along with power. Those two tanks alone have almost as much HP as the entire Altus team combined. Now here they are, they're going to try to clip out Laikai, but they're not going to be able to roll high enough for kills here. And Power Laikai, Exovert as well, yeah, they're incredibly healthy, and they're just going to be able to sweep up this side, no problem at all. Motto will fall. We're likely going to see this one go down to caps, though, before Zero Day gets picked off along with Nutelliator. They're both pretty safe. And yeah, Bentley will fall, but that's going to be game number 2, also going to GG. Altus had a really good setup going until they threw away that tank on A. Elemental, despite being low and backing up, still was able to put shots in for that kill. Good stuff. And it seemed the Origin underrated Altus, but GG are not doing that. They are looking incredibly good today. And there we go, Exovert with 3.6. Good game for him. Nutelliator in the Panzerwagon, only 600. He's moving around a lot and making like good positional plays, but didn't end up having the ability to do much damage there. But Black Gold available for games 3, and if it comes to it, game 4, but we might not even see that. Also, guys, I'm looking at the bracket. 7 Rats got knocked out in 4th place today. Oh, man. Origin 3-0'd them. That's crazy. So we don't actually get to watch 7 Rats at all today. Before going into this, arguably, Origin was the #1 team to win this group. And I would have said 7 Rats would have been the second most likely, given that they had beaten GG previously. But it's actually those two teams going down into the lower bracket. 7 Rats being knocked out in 4th. Anyway, 30 seconds left until game 3. This one's on Black Gold, and Vickers is coming out yet again for GG. Double 4K5 for Altus. I don't know what they're cooking, man. I do not know what they're cooking, but I'm excited for it. The tank seems to be working. You know, the last time I saw the 4K5 was Port Bay. They won. And then before that, it was... Wait, shit, I need to roll the intro for this map. My fault. Hold on. Ah, where is it? I'm missing it. Where is it? Okay, we're good. My fault, guys. It's gonna be a little late. We're probably gonna miss the initial volley of blind fires. It's whatever. But yeah, it worked on Port Bay and it worked on Middleburg, so 4K5 power, but running 2 of them, that's a lot. This is a very specialized strat, because they also have the Panzerwagon, so their HP deficit's gonna be pretty large. Blind not connecting. You guys aren't missing out on anything. One's actually shooting a full clip. Oh, what? We are seeing a blind fire hit right as soon as we come back. 4K5 gets hit once. Cool. But they are headed towards C. Light tank spotting in the middle. Does light power in Zay. Bobble in the middle as well. But GG's fully committed A for the most part, with a couple tanks left to anchor. B is a common spot for just denying B from being grabbed, which Altus isn't going for at this time. But Vickers playing pretty far forward. He's not going to be seeing anything. Likely to end up just grabbing the A base here. Maybe not. Not just yet. Still trying to get some outward vision. Oh, so somehow I'm still able to fly through things. Sort of. Not really. It's a little bugged. Whatever. But we will be seeing GG step A. Trying to double it to catch up to Altus, but no, it's actually going to be Altus with the cap lead. But looking at the HP difference, man. 17.2 versus 15k. The lineups there being pretty much the only reason for that. But Altus has a very soft team, so it's going to be challenging for them to withhold or withstand a push. Okay, GG's rotating off of A. Don't really need to be there. They can just have the Vickers to cover spotting. And Blitz Bentley here, he's very far forward, actually. 0 Day is completely rotated out. But we are going to be seeing the B grab attempt now. Okay. Altus doesn't really have anything to defend this except for Baba in the middle. They're proxied. Does he go for like an HE reset of some kind? He's taking damage. Oh man. Does get the reset, but Zay and the Felice covering him. Putting in a shot as well as Hanzo. So Baba not winning that trade at all, and Hanzo may end up getting the base anyway. Yep, he does. Lots of pressure on Altus right now, and they are... Oh, Nutella's putting the clip into Hanzo, but he's going to get deleted in return. Oh, man. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? I do not think so. Yeah, you put some into Hanzo, but that was painful. I think, so peeking from this angle made him exposed to many tanks. If he had peeked from this angle, probably not. He probably would have been fine, actually. So, unfortunate play there from Mr. Nutellinator. Now, we are going to be seeing a cap attempt from Altus, but there's no way 0 Day gets this. He can just trade with Mr. Nubvitenka. Oh, whoa. So Vickers was still lit because of the tracer shells that 0 Day has. 0 Day wasn't lit, so Nib had to take a little minute to shoot there, and he got hit pretty hard for that. Maybe he forgot about the tracer shells mechanic here. But regardless, GG does fend off the cap. Taking all those hits didn't really matter too much in the grand scheme of things. They are totally fine, and what is Magical doing here? He doesn't really have a whole lot. He has shots in power, I guess. Put one into power. And now the other one he's just got to hold on to or go for a long reload. I think not really working out too well for Altus this game. And we'll finally see the 4K5 not being... or not winning a game, I guess. And there we go. GG with the 3-0 over the team that beat Origin. Looking primed. And that guarantees them a spot in Grand Finals for today, with a pretty solid chance to qualify directly to top 8. The other team that they will face for this title will be the winner of the next set, which we're about to watch. It's a rematch of Origin and Altus, which I've already got the invite for. So I'm going to go ahead and get that all set up. I'm going to take a moment to refill my water first, though. I'm getting hungry as well. I haven't eaten dinner yet today. It is late. So now it's looked strong last night. Yeah, definitely. But, I mean, Origin's also strong. We know that pretty well. Alright, let's see. We'll go to camera. And we'll go to accept that invite. And set up the rematch between Altus and Origin. Cool. The maps for this will be Molendyke, Lagoon, and Canal. Do we see another tiebreaker between these two? Oh man. Refreshing the brackets. Oblivion is clean sweeping group 1. This one's a little bit less entertaining. For sure, for sure. 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. Every set has been a sweep. So Chem getting knocked out in last. Moon and Rejects are playing right now, but For all I know, this could be a 3-0. They've already played once and it ended up that way. Here's our set, or our bracket. And there are some 3-0s here, of course, but at least the ones in the beginning were a little bit closer. But yeah, crazy to see 7 Rats being the first team knocked out here. And now Origin versus Altus is about to begin. So, how much time do I get on the training room? We can go ahead and get right on into it. But GG Dash and Oblivion are already in grands for their respective groups. Here we go, the little rematch ski. Starting off on Mullen, we do have a light tank for Origin, but they're rocking the Panzer Wagon. Both teams got a G-Sor though. Bronze, F3s, a 60 for Origin. I know Cora loves that tank. I think it's his favorite. I know it's his favorite tier 10. At least it was when I asked him in the interview for last season. I don't know if it's his favorite tank still, but because we've had a rebalance since then. Well, that's where we're at the moment. See if Bob's stream's doing good. It is. He's doing quite well. Happy to see it. All right. All good now. Dang, no one's predicting today. Twitch is pretty dead, man. Ever since I was forced to add YouTube to the roster for tournament streaming, Twitch has kind of been dead. It's understandable, though. I don't really mind. It is what it is. Survived plenty long, but my YouTube has surpassed it. Alright, Mollendike. Let's get that intro rolling. Alright. And here we go with the rematch. Now, Origin having the only light tank obviously affords a lot of aggression early game. He's probably going to be looking for spots through the middle. Maybe even an early B grab, although that's of course always risky, but possible. I am surprised that this is the position he's using to go for early spots. Typically you tend to spot this side for the crossing to A, but I guess this also makes sense, right? You can use process of elimination. If you don't see anything going over here, then that probably means that it's clear to go for the base, which is exactly what Origin's going to be doing. They've got a couple tanks lined up in the middle, potentially for a B grab, but what is this play from the F3s here? Rob going under the bridge here along with Curtin, and Motto's been tracked. Oh no. Only one repair kit. He dead. That's the play. He dead. And Origin's already got a kill. They've already got a base. They're not messing around this time. Altus, he may have won the last set, but that's not going to happen again. And Cora actually being able to get a nice shot into Bentley, who's pushing forward. Maybe he wants to get that kill on Core, but he's not going to be able to do so now. He's on 500 HP. This battle is a complete steamroll. They've already lost a tank, and they've already lost full HP on a second one almost, and they've barely put in 2 shots to a single tank on any of Origin's tanks. Fat guy, the next to go down, he's got 3 on him. Altus have nothing going here. There is absolutely no area of the map that they're winning. Cora gets a kill in his own spawn. Yes, he's being 2v1'd, but that hardly means anything. And yeah, Origin not messing around this time. Maybe last time. They underestimated Altus. They know not to do that anymore. And yeah, this 2v1, really the only thing that Altus is doing, or they have any control, but they're gonna have to fight against 6 other tanks coming in shortly when 0 day falls. And there we go, game 1. A little bit of a steamrollski. And this is probably what everyone was expecting to see in the first Origin set, but here we go. Okay, Joseph gets 1 more kill, but that is all that Altus will get this game. There we go, a ram kill. Very cool. Oblivion current winners of Blitz Cup, or however it's called? No. Joker won last season. Origin got 2nd, Oblivion got 3rd. However, Joker's not playing this season, Xena Minara. And Origin's fielding a roster that's not full strength. It's still pretty strong, it's not full strength. And so a lot of people are favoring Oblivion to win this season just because Joker's not here and Origin's not full strength. And also the 4th place team Apex didn't sign up this PYS. I've heard that they're still going to be playing the season just later on, but I've also heard that their roster is also not full strength. So, Oblivion are the favorites this season, but they are not the reigning champions. Because Oblivion is full strength. They've got pretty much everyone from last season still on the team. I think they had 1 spot open up. I don't remember what that was. Yeah, welcome to the chat, Xena Minara. Both teams going to be running a light tank this time around. Double 60 TP for Origin with 4 crons. So 60 TPs swapped out for 116s is the only roster difference here. Outlaw saying, damn, yeah, I'm sure this set seems like it's going to be a lot less close than the one that we've already seen between these two. Not surprised. Granted, Altus did kind of hang out a tank entirely. Problem with running only 1 repair kit. You get tracked, it's Jover. But, I mean, when you have the Kron Vaughn, it has super speed boost, and it has Reticle Cali, so... Or did they remove super speed boost on this thing? Did they remove either of those? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it has super speed boost. Right? Yeah, it does. I know some tanks they removed it from in the very past, but... No, Carlon still has it. I'm not crazy. Also, Molendyke is a map I can fly acceptably high enough on. 757 again going for the spots in that position. 0 day going to the spot that you normally go to for lights. They do light each other there. Okay, okay. Trading a little bit. Respectable. They're both lit for 20, that means. But Archangel is spotted from the Panzerwagon in the center. Good info from both teams. 757 more getting info that Altus isn't crossing towards C. So again, he's probably going to go for an early base grab. But Altus has plenty of tanks on A. They might be able to grab it earlier, even though 757 is going to step on it first. But no, DIY is going to double it with them. Yeah. So Origin will have the base lead again. Altus need to make a play. They're not doubling the base. Curtain missing the blind reset. Not that hitting a blind reset's too important at the moment. And he probably just didn't want to shoot 2 shells out of his clip, as that hurts the DPM. Not that he expects to get pushed right away, but It's all considerations to make. Joker's right. Why isn't Joker's playing? Well, Zedminar, the reason that a lot of teams are not playing or taking this tournament season seriously, there is no cash prize pool. Wargaming has always put out cash prize pools for the main tournament seasons for the past, what, 5, 6, 7, 8 years? I don't know how many long. And there used to be 4 seasons a year. Last year, there were only 2 seasons a year, so Wargaming cut back on the number of tournament seasons. But not only that, but there is no cash prize pool this season, so it's like teams just don't care. And I don't blame them. In fact, I think the craziest thing is that Oblivion does care so much. Like, why do you care so much about a season with no cash prize pool? Like, I guess they're just doing it for the love of the game, and I respect it, but it's like, why? Why? Babalala trying to go for shots into 757. He's taking tons of damage, though. Double peeking the 60s. Yikes. Questionable. He knew they were there. He'd already taken a hit from one of them. So that peek was questionable. All for an extra shot into the light tank. Yes, he's a one-tap now, but that's only one dimension of the game, right? Yeah, getting the light tank low is nice, but you still have to be able to win with the heavies. And Altus now is -1 heavy. They're going to lose A if Origin goes for it, which presumably they're rotating the light tank around to do it while their heavy's pressure advantage. Now Rob and Cora kind of crossing in the open. I'm going to take a little bit of damage here, but they should still be able to pick up Motto, who does not have any support. Looking at the minimap here, you can see he's alone. The rest of Altus is a little slow here. They have to really pick things up. They are going to be down a base yet again. Motto is in the process of dying. They have rotated Magical Rich in, but Motto is still going to be dying. With those double taps into... Ooh, Rob's been tracked. That is good for Altus. The HP is quite close. They're still down caps. They're still down a tank. And now their light tank is getting nuked. In a light tank, you can literally do anything but YOLO, and you're fine. So the decision to do that was very strange. Fat Guy's looking for shots into Curtain, but it wasn't enough to get the kill. And, yeah. Strange coordination from Altus in this one, admittedly. Taking way too long here with Bentley and K. Joseph getting caught up by DIY. No kill into Curtain. 0 Day getting bled for free. Baba getting killed for free, yeah. So they pick up the light, but big deal, honestly. 970 points. It only delayed the end of the game by a moment here. And Origin will be up 2-0. Members in Origin haven't seen before. Yeah, Saprissa. So what's going on here is, like, since there's no cash prize, a lot of the players in Origin just don't care. So because they don't care, Core had to pick in some fill players that have never played on Origin before. So that would be Curtain, DIY, and I forget if there... Yeah, there was one more. Nala, what is his name? Mirko, I believe. Who have never played on this team before. But presumably, once we get the cash prize pool back, this team's going to start picking it up again. And we'll see them in full form. We'll see if Joker turns. I have a suspicion they might not. I don't know. I know that they still have passion for the game, that Javi does. And I would imagine that means he still runs a team, but I also know that there's some players in Joker who are not playing comp anymore, like Otto, who's now streaming. He's retiring from comp. Just doesn't have time for it anymore with work. He's been grinding. A couple other players as well, I think, are quitting, potentially, most likely. So, I don't know. This one season kind of just turned Blitz comp on its head a little bit. And it may have done permanent damage if Joker doesn't come back. But yeah, got to switch to this overlay. But games 3 and 4 are going to be on Lagoon. We'll get that map intro nice and ready. Welcome Gold Apple to the stream. 5 years, you're a long time viewer. Good to have you, man. Should boycott? I'm surprised that more teams didn't. Like, Oblivion has their full roster playing this season, which is shocking to me. And Origin, admittedly, I thought they weren't going to field as much of a roster as they are. They still have, like, I think 6 players from last season, as well as Yarrow, who was a former member of the clan. So there are still teams that are taking it seriously. I understand why some of the mid-level teams would take it seriously because, right, if you're not making top 4, you're not making money anyway, and this is their opportunity to finally have, like, a good placement with some of the top teams being gone. But it's still, like, with the top-level teams dropping, it doesn't make the state of competitive any better. It just means that teams are shifting up, and then, like, the standard for top 4 is dropping, right? You used to have Origin, Joker, Apex, and Oblivion were the clear, like, best 4 teams on the server, and it was very obvious that they deserved their spot. What is this play by Zirda? Interesting crossing there. It takes some damage, but at least it's good info. Spots plenty of Origin tanks, but he's getting hit hard. But now another team's going to be able to filter into top 4, presumably, if not 2 teams, because Apex didn't play PYS 1, and it's very possible that the cup difference prevents them from qualifying, unless they win one of the PYSs, which, you know, they might not, but they don't have a full roster, so they might not. And it just basically means the standard for top 4 is dropping. The standard for top 8 we're seeing is dropping. As we can see with the 8 teams that made it this far, arguably 1 or 2 of those teams would not have made top 8 in a regular season. Granted, we can't actually declare what the top 8 teams are until we get to the round robin stage, but, you know, if there's any indication here. Anyway, we should focus on the game here. 0 Day's taking some damage. Once again, Origin with a strong start, being full HP. Core making a play onto Bentley. He's got Curtain with him, so 2v1 ski over on A. Does that mean Altus starts playing forward elsewhere? They have a 4k5, so going to be challenging to utilize it. Altus is starting to push through here. Motto, K Joseph, Fat Guy Nutellinator pinching. They want to see if they can nuke the light. Will Motto be able to put one in? He gets the kill, so good kill from them. Magical Rich Sparrow is actually going to be able to clip out DIY. Oh no. Dang, DIY taking some damage. Even then, though, Altus are still down. Bentley's getting 2v1'd. Granted, Origin's taking a long time there. They need to get either Curtain or Core in here ASAP because they have lost a tank. They're about to lose a second, and they do. K Joseph's not in a great position, but who's going to get the kill on him? It doesn't seem like there's an obvious tank that can kill him right away. Rob has a bit of a rock to go through. Archangel's getting picked. Yar's going to go down as well. He's just going to see what damage he can do as quickly as he can before falling. But all of a sudden, the HP gap has been closed. If I'm Motto here, I don't know why you would let Yarrow drive through there. But Nutella looking for the kill. Finally, someone picks up K Joseph, but Yarrow's able to get out. I don't know why Altus let him through. 0 Day should be able to pick up the kill anyway. He misses it. Yarrow should be looking that direction. He'll be able to put one into the light. Misses that, actually. Okay, so we're seeing misses all across the board. It is a 5v3. Now, Magical does have a bit of a clip to put in here. He is lit, though. If you're Origin, you have to be careful of him. Rob's looking at Fat Guy, but he's getting clipped out from Motto, but snapping the shot into Motto for the kill. Very well played. He goes down, though. And Magical Rich Sparrow is still looking to put that clip in. Curtain considering that direction, though. But there's one shot from the 4k5, and he's just going to want to put the second one in before dying. Shoot it. There's no reason to not shoot it, man. He's just holding his shell. You just put it in. You're going to die. You know that. Shoot the shot. But regardless... Oh, Fat Guy missing the kill on Korra. Surely he'll have this one, though. Okay. So Curtin in a 1v1 ski against Nutella. Nutella has 2 shots, though. If he can pen this, he'll get the kill. Curtin bounces his, and he does. Altus do take a game. 4k5, man. I guess it worked. Still think that ending play was a little bit questionable, but it worked out. It did work out. Just, yeah, early kills from Altus, and they do put themselves on the board. Brought back a nice HP deficit there. Well played to them. They're playing it better than I expected. Especially after those first 2 games and having been 3-0'd in the previous set, so. Yeah. Alright, training room for game number 4. Let me read the chat here. Refuse to believe Wargame's going broke. They're not. They print money. They print money with crates. They just don't care about competitive. They see it as a cost and not as an opportunity for profit. There's ways to monetize tournaments. There's ways to promote them, get sponsors, do all that stuff. If you want to put in effort. But what Wargaming sees is that either A, they can put in effort for comp and get a return, or they can make a new crate, requires barely any effort, sell the crate for a ridiculous price, and make more money, you know, because people are addicted to gambling, and they abuse people's gambling addictions for money. Not that Wargaming is the only one who does this. Everyone does this nowadays, which is, I think it's shameful. But essentially, Wargaming just doesn't care about putting in effort for competitive. Or at least they haven't in the past. They have a new tournament manager. I'm hoping that they give her some more freedom, because they did not give Tolian enough freedom, unfortunately, to implement everything I think she wanted to. But hopefully women cooks. That is all I will say. Agreed with boring, 2 separate things. Yeah. Devs are passionate people in charge of money. Facts. Haven't been on Blitz no longer BC. Fair enough, fair enough. Well, I mean, you can play on mobile if you want, but I can understand why you wouldn't want to after having played on PC before. I am the same. I used to play on mobile, I switched to PC, and now I just don't want to go back to mobile. Because playing on PC is just easier. Anyway, game 4. In Origin, close it out. Where does Altus double eliminate them? Hopes are alive still. They have the Panzerwagon, no light tank this time for Origin. Can they take advantage of this? They're going for a potential early C grab here. Origin's fully committed A. Altus isn't really sending anything out there. Okay. Origin trying to blind fire where they think the light tank is. He's not there. Making a play towards C. Something spots Rob in the middle. Presumably that was Bentley. Origin making this play with the VZ. Potentially they wanted to flank A, see if they could catch the heavies off guard, but since nothing's there, Cora's just pushing through, getting some spots on Bentley and Joseph. Well, he will take a little damage here, looks like, from 757. Oh, no. Okay, an extra 1,000 to start things off. Not too bad. Good start from Origin. They have the cap lead as well. 757 gets blind fire. Dang. Okay, he took a little damage ski in return. K. Joseph is holding this corner by himself, but Origin is shoving through. This could be scary. Looks like he's backing out, but will he spot this push, or did he back out just too early to spot this? Yeah, there we go. Kurt and Yarrow spotted. K. Joseph is in cover now, so he's not going to bleed too much for this, but he does spot the crossing. Altus will be able to react to it. They have Magical Rich and Nutella here. Do they trap this? Curtin's pushing through. He's going wide. He might actually spot Magical Rich. Might spot Fat Guy. Might spot Nutellinator. That would be really good info if he could detect the trap here. Yeah, Fat Guy's lit. Okay, so they do detect the trap. So they're going to back out. Looks like Yara's backing out. They don't want to shove this with Krons. F3s are difficult tanks to push. And Krons aren't admittedly the best pushing tank. They're good at holding. And they're good at deleting things when you have to, but I shouldn't say the Kron's a bad pushing tank. It's got, you know, speed boost for that. It's just not the most durable compared to something like an F3, but it can push fine, I guess. Wigan doesn't care enough about comp or appreciate its impact. Yeah, ever since they canceled offlines 2019, or with COVID, they just haven't felt the need to bring them back. 2019 was the last offline, is what I meant to say. Okay, Origin's grabbing B now. They're putting even more cap pressure on Altus. They want to close this one out. So we're going to be seeing an immediate counter push. DOI is holding along with Curtin, and Yarrow has a crossfire. Joseph takes a lot of damage. That tracking shot from Yarrow really helped out. Curtin now has enough to get the kill here with the clip. But he's getting hit pretty hard himself. Does get the kill, though. That's big. If Joseph could have stayed alive, that would have helped Altus a lot. He would have been able to reload his clip. But DIY is actually able to completely get out of there with that speed boost. And being able to hide behind just this corner by itself would be nice. Archangel and 757 could have had the crossfire set up here on Magical Rich, but they're looking elsewhere. It's actually Bentley Coop in a very awkward position, trying to put shots into Cora, but yeah, I don't know where he was. He was in Narnia or whatever. Motto also going down. Yeah, confused by that play from Altus there, but Origin having good initiative. They're going to be able to clean this one up quite well. Cap lead, 4k HP lead. Yeah, nothing left here for Altus. 0 Day going all the way around, taking a little bit long to get in the fight. And game's over at this point. He might help out hunt down DIY or something after putting a couple of shots into Archangel, but there's nothing left here for Altus. Well played to them for A, taking a game this set, and 2, taking an entire set off them earlier, but unfortunately for them, this is all they had left in the gas tank. They have spent all of their mana, and that's going to be Game 4. Going to Origin, they will face GG in Grand Finals. But have to say, very impressed with Altus's play today, and I hope that we will see more of them in the next PYS. More performance like this in the next PYS, I should say. I'm sure they'll be back. There we go, 3-1. Win for Origin, and despite having a little bit of an elimination scare at the start, they're back in Grands. Shouldn't be too surprised about that. Seemed to forget the game was in its peak and we had Twister. 100%, dude. The most, like, memorable moments of Blitz all time are, yeah, clips of tournaments, man. Wargaming needs to care more. Like the grill moment with Raid on Fort Despair. Stuff like that, man. Those are the memories that this game makes. This is the legacy the game will have. And the fact that, you know, 7 years later, all that people are talking about is bringing back offline shows that this is something the game, like, people care about a lot. Anyway, nice game from DIY, and we're going to go right into the next set. I got the invite. Gonna have to hide the screen as I get things set up, but here we go, guys. Origin versus GG Grands. Something for community, get super hyped for, and very rewarding for person. Exactly, man. Gonna visit a whole different country for a tournament, not having to pay for it. Yeah, dude, it's insane. I can't believe that this is something that Wargaming is not making efforts to do. If they are, they're doing a good job at hiding it. But the fact that it's been 7 years since we've had one is, you know, to me, it's an indication that it's probably not going to happen at this point. But, you know, never lose hope, I guess, right? All right. Well, we got 30 seconds left until we can show the room. The GG and Origin Grand Finals is a best of 5. Okay, we got another best of 5. And it's on Middleburg, Rockfield, Yukon. All right, solid maps. And we saw, let's see. Actually, no, let's check out the bracket. Check out the bracket. See how the other side's doing. If it's Rejects or Moon up against Oblivion. My guess is Rejects. Given that the last time they played it was a 3-0, but who knows? No, okay, hold on. Let me show it. Let me show it. Let me show it. Oh, that's not what I meant to show. That's fine, I guess. But this is what I meant to show. I actually did go to tiebreaker. Rejects did win, but it was closer than the last time they played. So, props to Moon for putting up a good performance. First set in the upper group that wasn't a sweep. But Rejects does have to fight Oblivion again. And here is an overview of what we've seen already. Of course. Leave that on for a minute. But Origin back in Grands. Winner of this set, winner of the other set goes directly into top 8. They will not be playing PYS 2 or 3, and they won't have to worry about cups at all. Yeah, there we go. All right, we can show the overlay now. Here on Middleburg for games 1 and 2. Lots of Kurans, of course. F3s mixed in, an IS4 and a Felice for GG. I am excited to see this set. I think this will be a good one. But last time we watched GG, they ran Vickers with every single map. Every single game, I should say, but not a whole lot of room for light tank on Middleburg with the strat that they are running. Obviously, yesterday we did see a bunch of mediums and lights being run by, I forget what team it was. They just got completely shut down. Didn't fully understand. Was it 7 rants? It wasn't 7 rants, was it? I don't know. But not what you expect to see in this map. And of course, all heavies are the play here. We watch tournaments and I only think of the tournaments we had. I know, man. Like, it's just all downgrading, man. Even from when I started streaming tournaments compared to now, it's downgraded. Like, we used to have fun, like, broadcasts on the official broadcasts. They would, you know, they'd have the streamers on with the, you know, Wargaming staff, like the hosts, and they would do fun events together. Like, I remember watching Eminet and, was it Fujit who did one of the official broadcasts, and they had, like, an event in the middle of the stream that they did together, like, just for entertainment. They've never done that with me since I started streaming. Like, when I first did the official broadcasts, I would just talk in between games and that was it. I wouldn't even get to talk during the games. And now they don't even have one. Like, they don't even have an official broadcast anymore. Like, what? Granted, they said that's a one-time thing, but I don't know, man. I don't know. They said it was a one-time thing. But if they don't have an official broadcast for the next Blitz Cup, then it's just cooked at this point. All right, well, Middleburg, 2 heavy spawning up top for GG. IS4 Kron. One Kron's going to be driving down, but this Kron's driving up. That's interesting. Okay, wait, never mind. You guys couldn't even see that. So, tanks spawning up top for both teams. I did find it a little strange Exovert was running away and now he's staying, but I'm guessing that's just the position that he was supposed to be going to. Both teams grabbing caps down low. It's going to be Origin with a slight lead, but that is a lead. Also putting pressure onto C with Curtin. Hanzo looking for a reset with the IS4. Doesn't get it. Origin takes the early base lead. Zay taking some damage from the back. Archangel in a pretty good spot. This is a nice one that only exists on this spawn of the map, being able to prop your tank up like this and elevate your gun over this hill. There's nothing like that on the other spawn. Position exists, but there's no way to turn your tank using this little part of the hill. It doesn't exist over there. So, Origin getting the base lead, getting a couple of nice early shots in. And, yep, GG's already rotating up top with one of their tanks that was in the town. Origin has backed out with Rondelisha, but he's not committing either way yet. Wanted to see if he could get an early shot in on L, but L's behind the hill there, so we will not see that. Yet again, Origin with a clean early game, having not taken a single point of damage and dished out 3 shots. Well played to them. 757 Yarrow going to be holding the outer edge here at the hill. And GG is set up here with plenty of tanks. They're actually going to be pushing forward with the Felice. Rob's got resets. Actually seeing resets from Rondelisha as well. Oh my goodness. V-Tank could get clipped out pretty hard here. So he's in a position that can hide from Rob, I guess, with that little statue there. But Crossfire with the F3. Who knows how long he's going to keep trying that, because Rob still has shots regardless. Yeah, he's just going to back out. And Cora actually rotating in as well. They're just going to completely shove the Felice. This will give GG the ability to make a play up top a little more easily, but losing down low, Core are going to be able to grab the B base as well, and then they'll rotate the rest of their stuff up top. Might take GG a little bit too long for this, but people might be a little bit concerned that this is strange resource management, having 3 tanks down low when GG only had 1. But oh my goodness, look at the clips into power, and Rondalacia coming from the rear, Rob coming from the rear, just completely deleting those 2 from GG. And it's actually just going to go down right away to Caps. The rest of that brawl didn't matter at all. The outside push from those 2 Krons, or rather the inside push, I suppose, getting completely shut out by the tanks in town that actually had crossfires. So, man, 3 donuts from GG. What? Elemental 0, Power 0, Zay 0, Hanzo 1 shot. Okay, that's diabolical. Complete steamroll for game 1. What a result. Well played to Origin. Hopefully the other games will be a little bit closer. Hopefully. When you see 6 Krons from GG, 5. Okay, they bring a light. All right. Wasn't sure how much room there are for lights in this this map, but we are going to see one. This time GG has the north spawn. Could be a self boost up into the back corner of the top area. We'll see. GG, remember me, Legend GMA. What's up, Kemper? Yeah, these players are not the same as the original GG players, unfortunately. So if you recognize the clan, this is an old clan. They played comp before I started streaming, so I hadn't watched the original clan, but these are not the same players at all. They just asked to be let into the clan and use the tag, but this is not like the GG dash that original gangsters know and love. Marine beating Pramo, yup. Original GG team, 6100s, yup. Stuff like that, 100%, man. 30 pack attack, welcome. Messy boost, yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about, man. Exact game that I was referencing. Bushka and Skate, yeah, I miss them. Bushka still like gets contracted sometimes to do streams, but man, it would be great to have him around full time. Okay. Anyway, game 2 now. GG probably a little bit sore from that last one. Now both teams only having, never mind, both teams having 1 heavy spawn up top, but GG also having Derpy going for early spots for blind fires. And do we see any nukes? No. Somehow GG missed every single shot on Rob there. That's insane. Yara and Rob able to cross despite being spotted like that. Completely healthy. Origin gets the B lead, so again they have the cap lead. This time though they did take a little bit of damage in the opening, so not a perfect opening for them, but whatever, man. They still have the advantage. 1 shot of damage is not going to decide things, at least not 1 shot in the early game. 1 shot in the late game definitely could. But both teams are set up top here with some tanks, but not a full commit like last game. Now I'm curious to know the play of the light tank here. It looks like, okay, getting a little cheeky. Was maybe gonna push into the center little church area. There's some bushes that you can use for spotting, but it's a risk. You can kind of get yourself stuck there, but would have definitely been good for spotting that rotation from Origin. If we have all 6 of those tanks up top. Only 757 alone down low. Exovert getting shot in the crossing. But he is now taking the power position that we saw Archangel in last game. It is an advantage for the north spawn. The other kind of nice thing is this little hill up here. I was maybe expecting the light tank to self-boost there, but he's not done that yet. And it's a little bit harder to do that later into the game because you do need to kind of build up some speed. So if the light tank drives over here to get started, could accidentally get himself lit. And it's a risk. But anyway, things kind of chill for now. Origin secretly has all their tanks up top for the ability to push. Kron, VZ, F3 both down looking into the town here in case anything happens to get spotted. GG has rotated their town tanks up top too, so it's going to be a 6v6 up here. L in a position that could get himself caught. Again, we saw last game tanks in the town were having shots through the middle here. But okay. Rob and Ron getting spotted. Gives GG a little bit more info as to who's up here. Archangel as well. So good spots from both teams. Moment though, it's pretty chill. Light tank for GG is rocking all the way around the map here. Sneaking a shot into 757. Interesting. Didn't get spotted for that because he shot through the bush. That's good info. So Origin do have their tank down low spotted, but they also know that UG has their tank down low as well. So both teams can guess it's a 6v6 up top, presumably. This time, Laikai does get spotted. Probably not going to peek that again. Do we see a play being made now? Going for C here. Archangel won't have an angle, so Ron or Rob might have to make a play. It's going to be Origin making a play through the middle. And last game we saw GG do it and get nuked for it, but that's because Origin had tanks down low, but now we don't see them. But Van Tank is just getting triple clipped out here. Down he goes. We love Clipper meta, guys. It's so fun. Curtain's getting hit hard. Yara's getting hit hard. And still quite close. GG actually does have the HP advantage. I'm guessing Laikai is just going to be delaying 757 here. No. 757 actually going to have a full clip and get the kill here, no problem. I don't know what Laikai's doing, but he's just tracked. He's just going to die. Yarrow getting picked off up top. So does Power. That will be Origin having the tank advantage and the cap lead. But HP still in GG's favor. But now they're down 2 tanks. Hanzo looking for the kill on Archangel. We'll be able to get it though. It's 975. Yep, there we go. Kill does occur. The GG grabs C, and it looks like 757 is just going to go for A. I think what really confused me is why Laikai in the light tank isn't able to outrun the Kron Von. He was just trading with the Kron. Kron has 2600 HP. Even though your DPM, yes, it's higher, you're not going to be able to kill it in a 1v1 if you just keep trading. So the fact that Laikai wasn't even trying to maneuver around it all was very strange to me. There we go. Origin ends up taking it, capturing the A base. They'll go up 2-0, although GG had a little bit more opportunity to win that one. But here we go. Middleburg was a sweep as we moved on to the next one. They don't like fun. They love the money. Yeah, exactly. Fully focused for taking on a 5-second. Bro, it's Clipper meta, man. He's delete tanks. Onzo with 4.1, but it wasn't enough. Yeah, don't know what Laikai was doing down low, man. You gotta play smarter if you're gonna fight a heavy tank. Just reversing away from a Kronvon's not gonna fucking work, ever. Anyway, let's see if Rock Field fares any better for GG or if it's just gonna be a 3-0. Looks like they're getting Laikai out of the light tank. Yeah, no light tank for you. V-Tank is going back into it. He's got the Vickers. I'm guessing the reason they didn't have him in the light tank last game was because of not having a Panzerwagen, and maybe that was the tank they wanted. He only has 100 battles on the account, so presumably his tank selection is quite limited, and that was the reason. The Panzerwagen for Origin now. No other notable tanks in the lineups. Wish is the cool grandpa with Horrifying War Stories. He's pretty cool. And then Drills and Fishy at the same time. Drills won't let Fishy get a word in. Lol. Yeah, nice. Fishy and I did do one season together. I think it was Blitz Cup 2021, where we co-commentated on, I think it was the first day of Top 4. So it wasn't the grand final stream on the official broadcast, but I think we, if I remember correctly, we did the day before grands together where we took turns and stuff, and I think that went well. It was Fishy's last season. That was my first Blitz Cup season. That's how it is in my memory. Maybe my memory's fading, but yeah. Crazy enough, Fishy and I actually used to be comp teammates a while back. So he got into comp streaming eventually, and then I switched into comp streaming eventually. But we were clan mates back in my OG first clan, 501. We picked Fishy up, and we were clan mates, and then we were comp teammates in 501, and then he moved to Pramo. I moved to Pramo with him, but didn't play comp as much. I was there for comp, but I was on a different team than him. He committed more to comp. He eventually went to Rain and committed, and I wasn't fully committed at that point. That was kind of when I took my break from the game. But yeah, Fishy and I have history. It was great chatting with him a little bit. Again, when we got the little soundbite for the interviews thing. Same with Bushka. Oop, Exovert getting hit hard in the opening. Clipper meta, man, he's just dead. Cora's going to put in his next shot. Archangel, yeah. GG, guys. Was fun. Clipper meta. Killing the tank before can even defend C. Archangel might be dead too. Clipper meta. GG. Was fun. What a goofy meta. Just tank for tank. What a goofy meta. Now Laikai getting clipped. Oh, man. Goofy meta. So Origin grabs C. They actually have a tank alone all the way on A as well, but he's not going to grab it. He's just going for the kill on Laikai. And GG has their Vickers there to support. But it's not going to do anything. Rob's coming in from the other side. They're just going to pinch. Laikai's just cooked. And Curtin's just going to ignore the shot from the Vickers. It doesn't even matter. Rob's going to come in, but probably not even needed. Curtin's getting clipped out, though. What the heck? Power, Danny, Zay. Another clip. What the heck, man? Tanks are just getting traded. This is goofy. Elle and Danny both have full clips. They're going to go for Cora or Ron. But Elle's getting clipped out now, too. Bro, this game just sums up the meta, man. Clip, 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 clip. Danny going for the push here. And Ron, he should be able to kill it with penning shots. And GG Dash are actually going to be potentially surviving this game. Danny needs to pen this, though. He does. Good. They will lose Zay, though. Yara's going to have that kill, no problem, right? Right, there we go. Not missing that kill shot. That's good. So it's a 5v4 at the moment. L trying to reload, get the kill on Cora. Need a decent roll for it. 441. Does get the roll. Yara probably wants to push L here. Yep, that's what he's going to do. Laikai going down. Danny Power looking for Rob. Yara's not looking for L. L's just going to reload his clip. No, he is. He's just a little hesitant there. L backing up as much as he can. Just put in the shot. That's what you care about most here before you die. He does. Well played. 757 getting hunted down by the Vickers. We are actually going to see GG take a game. What a goofy meta. Just trade tank for tank with Clippers. Very cool. Yara looking for the Vickers. Misses the kill shot. And Danny's going to come in with the fully loaded clip. What's up, Fino? Welcome to the stream. And there we go. Most interesting fight. Danny gets the kill. Vickers came in to help. And there we go. It's not a sweep, at least. GG Dash still alive, doing already better on Rockfield than they did with the previous map. Who knows, maybe. It's not over yet. Yara 4.3 wasn't enough. 0 from Curtin. Exovert 400. At least he put in the shot before he died. Goofy meta, man. Goofy meta. Light tank stays for GG with the Vickers. Fishy did good. Yeah, I like Fishy. We do well together. I mean, we had history as well. That's the thing. I don't think Brutals and Fishy had any chemistry. Fishy and I had some chemistry, having been, you know, clanmates and friends for a while. Obviously, Fishy retired from Blitz a long time ago, but he's still around on Discord. I see him every once in a while. What's up, Star? Yo, Star, you got the full resolution of the logo. Could you send that to me? Which plans should you swear? That's a good question, man. You've played in both of them. That's pretty funny. Forgot about that. It's funny. Why have fun modes like the Fosh 140, dude? I miss the original 140 meta where it was just like 5, 6, 7 140s every single game. Like, granted, very one-dimensional, but the gameplay was so fun to watch. Very dynamic. It was enjoyable. Fosh meta also pretty fun. With the 2 and 5Bs. Yeah, anyway. Rockfield, game number 2. Game 4 of the set. Let's get it. Do we see the forced tiebreak? Sorry, I was snacking a little bit. I'm hungry, man. I haven't had dinner. Which I will be cooking right after this. I'm not going to be taking time to chat after this set. I did last time, but not this time, man. Alright, let's see how things are cooking. Light tank from GG. Gonna spot Origin putting a couple tanks over on A. Only one of them lit, so he doesn't know the full extent of it, but it's enough for him to run. So that's good. And the fact that Yaro's spotted and playing so aggressively can kind of tell GG that, okay, he's got backup for sure. We're on Delisha. Negs over, trading hits. Origin will grab A quickly. GG will take C, but cap lead for GG. Sorry, cap lead for Origin. Rondelisha backing out though. Power trying to put a full clip into Ron, only put in one shot. L trying to sneak more shots in, but he gets hit hard. And man, it's funny. As soon as you get shot, you really have to make sure that you find cover because otherwise you're just getting deleted by clippers. I didn't actually see the whole re here, so Rondelisha did have some cover. And L's getting hit hard now on the escape. Yeah. Clip after clip, right? The Hori sneaking in a nice shot. So, well played from Origin. They get the cap lead. They maintain relatively even trades. In fact, I would say better. No, it's about even. It maybe took one less shot. But are they grabbing B here? Curtin might be stepping B, yeah. Does GG have the reset? They shouldn't. I don't see a reset here. And Zay isn't even spotting Curtin. That's a safe base grab. Well played from Curtin. More trades coming in. HP still relatively close, but GG obviously need to make a play. Ooh, blind fire from 757 into the light tank. Very nice. 757 has the mind of a light tank player. He's normally a light player for Origin, so he knows where to shoot. He's like, he can think like one. But he is trying to leave this position. No, he's backing out. Like trying to sneak something and didn't find one. But at this point, GG's push has been lit. Power eggs over like all detected. Danny will be shortly. But GG doesn't really have much choice but to make a play. They're down a base. Cap points are about to reach 700. They're rotating the Vickers to C. Oh, are they switching things up again? What's going on here? Exovert taking big damage. Origin can just jump on that, right? No, they're going to push up top. Now that Exovert's down and he can't support, they have like a kill on Danny or something. But Rob getting hit. Rob's getting killed. More clips. We love clips. Laikai's getting hit hard. Yaro's alone. Power and Danny can actually put some punishment in. Laikai can't really do a whole lot. If he drops, he dies. So he might as well just stay here and put in the shots that he can. Power's going to try to HP share. Can't do it in time. But Yaro will get picked off as well. L dies on the other side of Rondelisha, though. Nib should be able to pick him off. 900 cap points for Origin. But GG getting 2 kills to save things up a little bit. Danny's got to step the base. He's got lots of HP to bring into the fight. I'm sure GG needs to utilize that pretty well, but at the moment, caps are hemorrhaging right now. Power's probably going to be stepping on B. Means they're going to lose eggs over it. Zay's getting bled out hard. The Vickers really needs to get himself into the fight here because it's 985 points. GG has no ability to step off a cap at any point, and this just allows Origin to have great positioning against GG. Surprised Danny's not trying to at least get into the cover of the bunker, but man, he's just going to get killed for free. Zay trying to make a play on Curtain, but Power has to sit the base. All Core has to do is put in one more shot for the kill. Zay going down. Origin will take it 3-1. GG fought till the end, I'll give them that. They had a very nice little bit of a play there, but it wasn't enough. Origin with that cap pressure will hold on, take the set 3-1, qualify directly into the upper bracket. You're starting to top 8. Congrats to Origin for that. And yeah, again, GG put up a good fight. This wasn't enough this time. Core with 4.5. Oh, reworks, huh? Very nice. Cliche Collector. Yeah, it's a 4-shot auto reloader with a reserve shell mechanic. And crazy armor. Crazy, crazy armor. Pretty slow, though, and pretty slow interclip. It's like almost like a super heavy. And very, very expensive to obtain, too. EM is more fun by default. There's brawling running around. Exactly. There's like... Yeah. Agreed. Anyway, let me refresh the website, see how the other group went, and then we'll call it here, guys. And of course, the website being slow as always, it's painful. Okay, there we go. Oblivion 3-0 rejects. So pretty much all 3-0s here. Oblivion, they're in top 8. And oh, this is going to take another 5 minutes to load, even though I already know the result. Origin 3-1 GG. So Origin and Oblivion make it to top 8. The two teams that were admittedly predicted to make it did, but at least it was interesting along the way in Group 2 at least. Group 1, not so much. This was a clean sweep. Oblivion locked in after losing more games yesterday than they expected to. But yeah, that's all we got. So PYS 1 is officially done. I believe PYS 2, day 1 is March 7th. I'm not going to stream day 1, but I'll stream days 2 and 3 on the 8th and 9th. I'm trying to see if I can maybe get some special guests in the stream, co-commentate a little bit, since qualifiers are done. Origin's not playing. Maybe you can pull someone from Origin. Maybe I can pull someone from Oblivion. Joker's not playing. Maybe you can pull a Joker member. Could be pretty fun to have some guests in here, at least for the PYS stage. We'll see what I can cook. I've already been in contact with a couple people, but just depends on their availability and willingness to do it. So, all right. I think that's about all I've got. So, yeah, call it here. Was fun. Thanks for the super chat, Catalyst. I appreciate it. Mr. Dirty Floor is obsessed with the mega interesting individual. He's the GOAT, man. He's the GOAT comp streamer who knows what he's talking about. Very intelligent individual. Of course I'm obsessed. All right. Y'all have a good one. As always, stay safe. Happy tanking.
Mm-hmm.